Hello everyone. So we are launching with the second series of hashtag AMA, and today I have Nakul Bhaiya, who is basically my senior at BVP. He graduated last year and he is a RA at IIT Delhi. That's where actually I met him, and I got to know that he has been enrolled as a PhD scholar directly without going for his master education at Maryland University. So hello Bhaiya, hi.
Hi.
So, okay, thank you for joining us today. So, I would like to ask how exactly you actually enrolled yourself, directly into PhD. I mean, that's a very difficult thing after graduation, and that too from IUP University. I mean, there's a lot of competition. There are people from IITs, from tier 1 colleges, and obviously people from abroad who have been doing this with good, research people, for good researchers. So, how difficult was it?
First of all, congratulations on the channel and thank you for inviting me on the AME series.
Thank you.
So, yeah, you're correct. Coming from a Tier 3 college and applying for a PhD directly is hard. But at the same time, let me tell you, so if you guys are watching and if you belong to a Tier 3 university, so you all have an amazing advantage over other Tier 1 and that is your coursework. So,
Oh, okay.
coming from a Tier 3 college, so the exams over here are very easy. We all know that
Yeah.
coming from Tier 3 college, we can prepare for exams just 2 weeks before the exams,
Right.
use the last year papers and get things cleared. We can easily get 75 80%.
Right.
But that's not the case in Tier 1 college. So when you have so much amount of time, you can experiment with things. And all my internship, all my projects that I've got,
Yeah.
so a good project takes 4 to 5 months of time. And if you belong to a Tier 3 college and you
Yeah.
have that 4 to 5 months available to you,
Right.
where you are just attending labs, classes, you don't have to study very hard because the
Yeah.
coursework is easy, so you can
Yeah.
concentrate on your project.
Yeah.
So that is the advantage that we Tier 3 students have
Yeah.
over
Over.
over the IITs.
Yeah.
And that actually turns up beneficial when we apply for a PhD program because a PhD program is basically like a job application.
Yeah.
So where you are applying to work as a researcher in the laboratory of that particular university. So they give you this stipend and and tuition admission and everything, and you have to work over there. So you need to show something that's tangible. So
Right.
you have what exactly have you worked on? What research experiences do you have?
Right.
And if you have so much time and so many projects and internships and assistantships,
Yeah.
then you have something to prove that why are you a worthy applicant, whereas someone who has just did coursework for straight 8 semesters and scored, let's say, 9 CGPA in his or her BTech.
Right.
That's a crazy advantage that Tier 3 students have.
Okay, that's really a nice way to look over things. I think that is a very good motivational thing for other people. Also, I would like to ask one thing. So, like we know that we need some sort of research papers, to get a PhD degree, to get enrolled for one. So, how many is it generally expected for US in specific? Because generally people focus US because it's like a hub. So, how many did you have?
So I had 4 research papers at the time of applications. Right now I have 5.
Okay.
But don't take it. So that was not the case in my third year. I had 0 research papers at the end of third year.
Okay.
All the 4 research papers. So I was actually doing project work for straight 3 years. I was not documenting all of them. I was not publishing them. And
Okay.
at the end of fourth year, I decided, okay, so let's publish research papers so that we have a proof that Nakul Garg has done some projects.
Right.
So I decided to publish them in the fourth year.
Hmm.
And there is no specific number that the student should have these many number of research papers, then we will give him an offer.
Okay.
It's totally subjective. The the committee members look it at like this way that, okay, here is a research paper. This was published in this XYZ conference.
Yeah.
This XYZ conference has this much, this H index number. And
Right.
H index number tells
Yeah.
you the quality of content that it was.
Right. Right.
And these are the number of citations that your research paper has got.
Hmm.
So I think this is more important than the number of papers that you have. If you have like 5 research papers, but they are in B or C class conferences, then it's not. Actually, it can be negative for your application.
Okay.
So have one very good research paper instead of 5 average research papers.
Okay. How is it in a negative way? How is it seen in a negative way having 5 average papers?
So if you have five research papers in conferences that are not known and where so the acceptance rate of an A class conference usually comes at around 20-21%.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
and if you have a paper in a conference that was accepting 60% of the papers, 50% of the papers, that means the peer review was
Hmm.
not hard, and you just made it. So
Oh, okay.
because and if I am judging your application, I
Yeah.
will not read your research paper. I'll just see that where was it published and who was the one
Okay.
who reviewed it. So these are the things that I'll because whenever you submit your application to the university, it goes through a very long process. It's a like 4 and 5 months long process where each application is reviewed 5 to 6 months.
Right.
And every reviewer can't is around 2 to 3 minutes to your application. So he can't read your research paper in
Right.
that way.
Right.
He has to look at
Absolutely.
your GPA. He has to look at your LORs or statement of purpose. So it it's like reading the name of the book. So you
Right.
can see who's the author,
Hmm.
what's the title,
Right.
and how does it look like.
Right.
For that, you need to have very good paper, and if you have five like normal papers, then it can be negative.
Okay, okay. Also, I just wanted to ask one more small thing. Like you spoke about, indexing a paper, and there are various conferences which are labeled as A, B, and C, depending on whichever conference you apply to. So, how, as an individual, how should I start? Because obviously, if a beginner is starting and trying to get a paper published, it's very difficult to nail these conferences like AAAI or CS CVPR. There's so many yeah, there's so many conferences. So would you like explain that process also, how one should actually start?
So as an undergrad, you actually don't know what's going in the state of the art right now. You
Hmm.
might know that, for example, if we talk about machine learning, we might know that in object classification or in tracking or in LSTM, these are the particular
Right.
technologies that
Right.
are trending.
Right.
But we don't know that what's actually in the code thing
Hmm.
that will get your paper accepted in let's say CVP.
Yeah.
So you don't know that what should I write, what research should I do so that I can get a paper in CVP.
Absolutely.
Here's what I did.
Hmm.
Here's what I did. I did not target any conference at all.
Okay.
What I did was I spent around 5 and 6 months looking for a professor at good institutes in India, and here's how I landed in IT Delhi.
Okay.
And then I asked that professor that please guide me. I want to have a good publication before I apply to a PhD program.
Okay.
And then the professor mentored me, and we worked together for 1 year, and then we had a research paper, and then we decided, okay, this is the quality of paper that we have produced. Let's submit it to this, and this conference.
Okay.
So that's how it works. So don't target a conference and then start working on a topic.
Right.
It's the reverse process.
So basically, the idea that you are actually willing to invest on is the primary thing, and then you start working on it. As deeper you go, considering the architectural and the core part of the project is actually what gets you through the conferences, right?
Right.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
that was very helpful. I guess a lot of people would take that consideration. Also, I know that generally people have this misconception that PhD is like another course program, which is absolutely not the case, because I also want to apply as a direct PhD candidate, but I hope I like just love it. Yeah, but abhi it's something to do. But yeah, I mean, so I just want to know what exactly was in your mind, because generally people say कि 5 years, you have to study for 5 more years or something like that. So what was there in your mind? Because I believe you just mentioned that you told your professor that you want to apply as a PhD scholar directly. So obviously this would have been there in your mind back then, right? So what exactly motivated
Yeah.
you?
So in the middle of my third year,
Yeah.
never knew that I was going for a PhD. I always knew that I'll apply for a master's degree,
Okay.
complete it in 2 years, and
Yeah.
then brag about my very cool job that I'll get in Bay Area.
Yeah.
So that was the plan. But during the process, I realized that. So I never knew the difference between engineering and research. I
Exactly.
thought research was all about mathematics and theoretical things
Mm.
and being like a scientist and all. So that was that's the common notion that we have.
Yeah.
So when I knew that okay, this is the difference in an engineer and a researcher, I
Mm.
thought that this researcher suits me well. And then I decided that okay, I'll go over here. And the common misconception was that we have to take a master's first and then apply to a PhD.
Yeah.
So I think that's true, but not 100%. I'll explain how. So the degree requirement of a PhD program
Mm.
requires a master's degree.
Right.
But to get into a PhD program, you don't need a master's degree. So what does this mean? That means you can enroll yourself in a PhD program.
Yeah.
Start your PhD.
Mm.
Generally, your PhD lasts for 4 years.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, for example, if you need 18 credits for a master's degree, you can
Okay.
give that 18. You can take courses, complete your 18 credits, take your master's degree in the meantime while you
Okay.
are doing your research,
Right.
and then submit your thesis and dissertation and get your PhD. So
Yeah.
it's like you need a master's degree before you get your PhD.
Yeah.
But to secure admission, you don't need a master's degree.
Right. Right. So basically, it's like an integrated thing which is there. So
Mm.
okay, that's wonderful. Also, if we do not want to do masters at all, then is it possible to be a PhD candidate directly?
Any PhD candidate, so to secure your candidates,
Yeah.
anyways require 18 credits for that. For
Okay.
example, in University of Maryland, I need to score 18 credits with
Okay.
let's say A plus grade.
Okay.
And for master's degree, we need 2 or 3 credits extra. So that's not a big deal, anyways.
Okay.
You
Okay.
you can skip those 2 or 3 credits, but
I mean, it's better.
what's the big deal in actually
Yeah.
applying for these 2 courses extra and then
Right.
getting a master's anyway in the journey?
Right. Right. Oh, yeah. So this is one thing which even I didn't know. So this was very informative. Thank you. Also, generally people don't understand the term research because they feel that publishing paper is something which is very different from actually development of apps or whatever. But
100%.
yeah. So can you please enlighten that also?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. Even I didn't knew the difference earlier. So, research is all about producing new knowledge.
Right.
You are hired for your PhD to produce new knowledge. Now, what is new knowledge? As an engineer, what we get is we get ideas either by our boss or we come up with an idea of our own, and then we want to bring that idea into the real world. That
Right.
is engineering.
Right.
We have a lot of tools and skill sets that we have acquired over the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
For example, if I know Android development or iOS
Hmm.
development or
Hmm.
embedded systems or robotics, we have
Hmm.
those tools.
Right.
We use those tools
Hmm.
to bring our idea to life. That is engineering.
Yeah.
Now, research is in coming up with new techniques by which an engineering team can do this thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we had deep learning for a while. We had
Hmm.
deep learning, for example. So the founders of deep learning got the Turing Award after 30 years when they invented deep learning.
And yeah.
That was producing new knowledge. Now, when the engineering team was able to cope up, when we had the new GPUs, the new data set,
Yeah.
now the engineering team made it famous, and now the world is celebrating deep learning. So that's the difference. You produce new knowledge over there. You come up with new inventions and new
Yeah.
devices, new techniques, and engineering is all about implementing it in the real world and making it approachable to masses.
Yeah, and actually deep learning has been there for a very long time. But but because GPUs and TPUs were not there, so obviously it was very difficult and it was something which was non-existing. But just because of introduction of the new fast computation techniques is what has actually given rise to deep learning to the extent of what it has become now.
Exactly, why do we have faster computation machines now?
Yeah.
Because some researcher who was a PhD student in this university a while ago
Yeah.
came up with this FPGA or this GPU machine or
Yeah.
this integrated circuit design that was able to do computations faster. Why was it able to do? He mentioned that in his research paper, which he published it in the conference. So
Yeah.
it's a very you can see it as first principle. Everything is divided into very basic blocks.
Right.
Your PhD is to see that which block do you fit,
Right.
and
Right.
then explore that area and become a master.
Yeah. Also, I understand that, getting into PhD is obviously a very big thing, but I think CGPA also plays a very important role. So a lot of students are into research fields and they try to do very cool projects, but they don't really pay attention to their GPA and to their CGPA. So how was it with you? Did you take care of
So
your
I belong to
CGPA?
the same category of students.
Okay.
I never really paid attention to my GPA. I skipped a lot of classes, a lot of labs.
Right.
Picked up previous years a day before exam and just made it
Just,
possible to get. So I
yeah.
belong to that category of students, but I think GPA is important to get admit to good universities. I was able to get uh, an admit in University of Maryland only because of my LORs and because of my reciprocity.
Yeah.
If I didn't have that LOR, I know I wouldn't have made it over. So if you want to apply to the top 15, 20 schools, having a good GPA uh, is not necessary, but it actually is a very strong thing for your application. So if you are just roaming around and not studying, I'll advise you to study a bit more.
Yeah.
Even if I have to give advice to younger Nakul, I'll ask him to study a bit harder.
Yeah.
But that's not a basic like requirement to have this much GPA or this much GPA.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can apply with 3 out of 4. Or for example, in IP University, we get credit percentage. That's
Yeah.
Credit percentage. So there are tools to convert credit percentage to GPA.
Yeah.
My GPA, I'll not reveal my GPA.
That's okay. It's okay. So, like you mentioned, the LORs are very important, and actually, people don't really invest a lot of time in, actually going to good professors, because LOR is one of the mandatory documents and it is very important. The weightage is, I think, it's very high. Even research papers, I feel, are not that important. Even if you don't have a research paper but you have a good LOR, is something, could get through a very good college, maybe Stanford also, if it has a very strong LOR.
100%. Yeah.
So how did you actually get that?
How did I get that? I was able to get LORs because I worked under that professor for a very long time.
Okay.
And when you work with someone for let's say 1.5 years, you don't even have to ask the professor for an LOR. You automatically get it. So that's how I had 3 LORs.
Okay.
Two international and one from IIT Delhi. The other two, one was from Google. Only she's a instant graduate and all that.
Wow.
Other was a professor from Georgia State and from IIT. All of these LORs I was able to get only because I had spent time working under those professors and not actually expecting anything while I was working.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like you love the process of research work. You spend 1.5 years doing what you love.
Yeah.
And you don't expect that you'll get a very good stipend or you'll get very good perks like this and that. You actually have focus on one thing, that's LOR.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
yes, you are 100% right. One can get into IPE by just showing a good LOR.
Right.
So if you Google the best LOR of history, you will get an LOR of John Nash. So,
Okay.
The LOR of John Nash was like 4 lines on it, where his professor was recommending that he is a prodigy and take him into
Okay.
That's the thing. It's actually not what professors write in the LOR. It's
Right.
actually from whom are you getting it? How much? Yeah, so it's like the Bollywood industry. If someone recommends you for a movie, and if that person is Karan Johar, then you will obviously get a movie, or if that's the match. So
Yeah.
If the professor is very segregated in the academia industry,
Yeah.
you can get that job and get that PhD position very easy. And
Yeah.
same applies for masters as well.
Right, right. For masters also, a strong LOR
Yeah.
is recommended. I think that is with every foreign university. They actually spend a lot of time with LORs and SOP also. SOP is also taken into account. So obviously, you would have actually you had the guidance of these professors and of people from Google and a professor from Georgia Tech. Sorry, Georgia State University. So, how did you apply for Georgia State, or what was the?
No, actually, I went to a very top conference in
Okay.
United States
Okay.
2 years back, and I met that professor in the conference. We had very similar research interests, so we were chatting for like
Okay.
2 days on during lunch and dinner. And there he asked me if I was interested to work under him remotely. So,
Oh, wow.
generally, professors do not allow
Yeah.
you to work remotely
Yeah.
because it's hard for
Then to follow up. Yeah.
yeah. So that's how I got that particular project.
Yeah.
IIT Delhi, I applied in IIT Delhi, not on the official portal. I applied directly to the professor, and
Yeah.
she asked me, okay, you can join me. So
Oh, so yeah, I think a lot of people would take that. So you apply directly also to IIT professors? Okay. So,
I never applied on the official portal. I think that's a black hole where you submit your application and it gets vanished somewhere in the dark.
I did that.
If you actually want, so you have to be very good to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you definitely are. So you were able to get that.
No,
But
it's
I
fine.
think if we, so actually I shortlisted professors under whom I want to do my research assistantship.
Okay.
I did not want to apply to the official portal and get something and get some A or B professor. I wanted to do research only under these 2 or 3 professors.
Okay.
I just wrote an email asking that hey, I'll be applying for PhD next year and I want to do research under you. These are my past publications. These are my projectors.
Right.
Please let's have a chat.
Oh,
And
okay.
another day I get an email. Okay, let's meet in my office, and I went there. The interview went well, and I got that position.
Wow.
But never applied on the official portal. It's just so I got lucky enough that the professor was looking for students,
Yeah.
and I was looking for a professor, and we happened to meet each other.
Because I feel generally professors don't reply to such mails because they get so many mails. Yeah. So I think that.
While
Yeah.
I was applying for PhD also, I sent a lot of emails to the professor,
Yeah.
notifying them that hey, I'm applying to your university.
Yeah.
Please look at my profile. There's
Yeah.
a website. There's
Hmm.
let's have a chat.
Okay. Okay.
So my reply rate was 40%. I got reply only to 40% of emails I sent,
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
saying 40% because I have sent a lot of emails.
Yeah.
40% is
Yeah.
a huge number.
Right.
So just after completing my GRE in total, I just started away with cold emailing and writing to professors and trying to get one Skype interview.
Oh, so you had an interview also. Okay.
I had many interviews. So
Okay.
it's not a one-way process. Like the university decides that they want this to be done. Even the student wants to acknowledge that I am going to this university for 4 and 5 years of my life, and I'm getting a degree out of it.
Yeah.
So the advisor that I'm selecting should be good enough. Everybody is not a good mentor. Some teachers, some professors are good teachers. They can teach us, but they cannot mentor us.
Okay.
We have to see that how good is the professor? Is he active in the community or not?
Okay.
What was his last research paper about? How much is he collaborating with other professors? That is the thing that we can talk about in a Skype interview.
Okay.
It's a two-way process.
Right.
And the university shortlist us, and then we shortlist the university, and then it's a match.
Yeah, then finally it's a match. So everybody is swiping right. So okay, there's one thing. Also, like you said that you need to check if the professor is active in communities or maybe collaborating with the famous research labs of various companies. That is also one approach. So basically, these are the basic approaches that you need to follow to actually shortlist a professor, or there are more things which you
No, I
need.
think this is the most important thing, and it's not easy to judge a professor by
Yeah.
looking at his work.
Yeah.
So I found this amazing website called CS Rankings.
Okay. Okay.
I think you.
I'll add it to the description
So
box.
that website actually helps you to see that how much research is this professor doing, how active is he in your particular area.
Right.
So in this website you can select your areas, let's say artificial intelligence and machine learning and robotics or systems or network.
Yeah.
And you can also select more than one topic, and then you get a very detailed analytical view. Every professor's email, university wise, area wise. You can also select how many years do you want to see, so you can get to know his Google Scholar ID.
Oh, okay.
And his
That's
website.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I happened to come across this website. It's super useful.
Yeah.
To see how good a professor is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can't look at a CV and decide
Exactly.
if he's active or not.
Yeah, because
He can.
because every professor has a very strong profile, you know. Obviously, so it's very difficult to shortlist a professor. I mean, yeah.
Everybody has big names attached to his CV.
Absolutely.
You need to see that how hard is he actually working. And so I also talked to previous students who these professors have advised. So I had a chat with them also. I saw, because being an Indian student, when you go over there, especially if you are a girl, you need to know that how your advisor is over there. What are the work ethics in that lab where you are going to enter? And it's a very important part of your life. You have to take care of your mental health as well, financials as well, and you have to stay there for alone for a couple years. So I think a perfect work environment is also very important. That I got to know by talking to the past students or the current students in that.
Okay. So yeah, that's a very important thing. One should actually take care, because you will be investing so much of time alone. I mean, not only girls, but I feel everybody should have a safe and healthy environment. Yeah. So yeah, that's very informative. I think people generally miss out on these critical things which are actually very important, and then they end up having wrong decisions and regrets. So that is very important. Thank you for this. Also, yeah, so one more thing that I wanted to know. So, like, basically you are actually working as a RA, which is a research intern, research assistant at IIT Delhi under a professor. So how do you apply for RAs? Because I think that would give a lot of people good venture to do some good research work, because IITs, triple ITs are the main colleges where actually research programs are highly valuable in our country. So how did
good news for
yeah
you don't need good research work to get an article.
okay
Like other job profiles where they ask you some experience to get into a job.
Yeah.
You actually don't need that much experience to get this RA position. You just need good motivation.
That's good.
And good goals to achieve. And if a professor finds you interesting, then he or she can take you in his group. So but everyone should be super careful about in which university is it targeting. I think only IIT and IIT Delhi are two segregated universities for research.
Yeah.
And actually, that's not the case. There are a few more universities, like Ashoka University is doing super well for the past 5 years.
Okay.
We have had amazing papers from there in the area.
Okay.
So but I think instead of waiting to apply on your local, you should start reaching out to professors, not only in Delhi but all over India.
Right.
You should not feel feel adventurous to explore different cities while you are applying for. So if you get into Bangalore or Hyderabad or Chennai, Madras or India, you should actually get it. So imagine spending 6 months, 24 hours, 7 days a week on a project that you want to do, and you also get paid for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is research assistantship, where you are preparing for some masters or PhD admit and doing what you are actually doing in your college years. Yeah. Building that up, making that project come. Yeah. But you should get a good mentor that should guide you to the basic.
Yeah, I think, so that's a good thing that RAs are paid also. So this would be helpful for students, because I understand after graduating, you try to do everything independently, including the financial situation. So this would be very
No
beneficial.
one, yeah,
Yeah,
this is very important. No
yeah,
one should do a PhD if he gets happiness from money, because if you are spending your 5 years of life in a PhD, you can't. I shouldn't say you can't, but usually don't
don't,
make a
yeah,
lot of money.
yeah,
You spend your 20s doing something that other engineers might do and get a house or a car, so you don't get that much money.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
just work on some. So it's delayed gratification. You work right now to get better results after a few.
yeah, that's nice. Also, these labs that are there, like there's IBM research lab, then there's Samsung research lab. There's so many. TCS also has one. So there's so many research labs, which obviously I think it's very difficult to get into after graduation. I think they need some sort of master degree, there on your CV, or maybe a PhD degree. So I just want to know, if somebody has actually got into a research field in some company, can they also apply into a foreign university for PhD?
Yeah, definitely. I think
Okay.
that's a very good thing to show on your statement of purpose, that
Okay.
you have worked in industry and research at the same time. So IBM research, TCS research labs, and MSR Gandhi.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are names that are very very celebrated, that
Mm-hmm.
are very important. Like they are. If you're working over there, you will obviously get very good LORs.
Yeah,
The thing is that usually these companies do research that are industry focused. So, so they want researchers that can help them build products that can be monetized in the future.
right,
So
absolutely.
you usually don't get freedom to work on your idea.
Yeah,
IBM research or Microsoft research, you will get a project that's already going on in that research lab, and then you have to contribute based on your.
yeah,
And these research projects don't last for like 5 or 6 months. These are long commitment projects. So 1 year, 1.5 years. So usually, a full-time research assistant is always full.
okay.
Doing completing your bachelor's and then spending 1.5 years at industry focused research is very amazing.
Okay.
If you get that, you should always go for these research.
Okay, yeah, because they have like very good projects also, because they want their companies, to gain as many profit as they can from these products.
You can see the yeah, just go and see the proceedings of school conferences, CDPR, or
Yeah,
NVIDIA, Institute, Microsoft, Google. They are publishing awesome research papers in these conferences, and they are all industry driven. So
yeah,
it's not that you have to work only in universities like
right.
IIT or triple IT to get knowledge. You can all anytime work in industry.
Yeah. And is the application similar to what it is for a university?
So I applied. I got RA in TCS research. I
Okay,
also got internship in MSR Bangalore.
okay,
So for me, the process was
okay.
I emailed I
Everybody.
emailed this principal scientist at MSR, and he asked me that okay, you can join starting from August. And
Wow.
I emailed I so his name is, I emailed in TCS research. His name is Rajeshwar, and he also said okay that you can join.
Okay.
But I need 1.5 years of it.
Commitment, yeah.
I was not ready to give 1.5 years because I was going to leave in 8 months. So they
There
were
was
my
no.
time constraints.
Okay.
So I didn't join research labs, and obviously I got over here in Delhi. I stayed in Delhi. So
Yeah.
that was a bit of, but the procedure is same for you. You
Okay.
can apply online, but I prefer meeting and meeting professors offline because that increases my chances of getting
Yeah.
in from 1,000 applications that are already there.
Yeah, and also physical persona is very important, to have a good connection with your professor.
Right.
Yeah, so doing remotely is one thing which actually people actually, ask their professors for, but they don't understand physical persona is very important, because then only.
We should go out and
Yeah,
do networking, meet
yeah,
people,
yeah,
talk about tech conferences and meetings. That's
yeah.
very important.
That's very important, exactly. So that this was very informative, especially about the TCS research that you tried to do, and the one in Bangalore also. So this is like about getting into RA, and getting about how your PhD has been going to happen and everything.
Mhm.
So one basic thing that I want to know is, like, generally for a bachelor student, we tend to have so many different technologies experience that we, even if we're publishing papers on it, so we have like 10 different technologies which are there. So we've done a paper on maybe some other domain, then we've taken machine learning, then we've taken something on electronics, so there is a very diverse culture of papers. But whereas in PhD you need a synchronized, a specialization topic which is there, out of which you'll be doing a thesis. So does that help, or is it taken in a negative way?
No, actually, it's very important for you to experiment with a lot of technologies before picking up.
Yeah.
You don't know what your favorite food is unless you taste them.
Yeah.
So you need to taste everything that's there right now and every opportunity that you get.
Hmm.
You should try everything and
Uh-huh.
then fail at everything. Realize that okay, this is what I feel happy when I fail at. Because getting a PhD is not about only success and success.
Yeah.
Your code will get errors for like 2 months straight and you'll get frustrated. So you have to find that particular thing where you're happy even after you. And for
Yeah.
that you have to try everything,
Hmm.
fail at everything, succeed at everything, and then decide that okay, this is the thing that I want to pursue for the rest of my life.
Yeah. So it's actually a good thing that if you try different technologies and you have papers on it. So it's taken in a positive
Very
way.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think more important is the way you present what you've been doing in your SOP, so that the person understands, okay, now this person is settled into one technology, and would not, because it's very difficult for a mentor, because if somebody is working in NLP and you've tried computer vision, IR and NLP both, but now again you have that confusion that what I should take up. So that's
While
difficult.
writing the statement of purpose,
Yeah.
your mind should be clear that this is the area that I want to apply and
Yeah.
these are the words that I present in my statement. In
True.
statement of purpose, you can't write that, okay, I can do robotics also, I can do AI also, I can do electronics also, just take me in your university.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. You have to be focused that these are the things
Yeah.
that you have to work on it. And you should know that the professor who's leading, what's his research interest, and then you write that. You have experimented with a lot of things. You have filtered out the things that I want to do, and then you write that in your statement of purpose.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that is also very important. So I think we've covered mostly what people generally have doubts on. So thank you so much for joining for this call and for helping everybody, for actually helping them shape their career, and someday maybe someone will take up a direct page just like how you did. Maybe you're talking to that someone, but yeah, let's see. So I think yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, that's a really good thing, and thank you so much, Priya, for joining today and for being a
Thank
part.
you for inviting me.
It was an honor for me, being very honest, because I
I'm
really,
grateful to you.
no, because when I look up to my seniors and I see that they've done so many things. Because initially, since you were in a different department, it was difficult for me also, to find somebody from college. That's also one problem. We don't know what's happening in colleges because everybody is busy. So it was very good that we met, and now I have a very clear picture, and I hope everybody has a far more clearer picture than what we just yeah.
I hope that too.
Yeah, so thank you for being a part of the hashtag AMA series, and I'll, whatever the resources you've mentioned, I'll put that in the description, and please follow Nakul Bhaiya also. So Nakul Bhaiya's Twitter handle is
Nakul Garg 22 something. Yeah, this is
okay. I'll add that in
I
the.
generally tweet about philosophy and technology. So if you are into philosophy and career focusing,
So yeah.
or you can follow me on Facebook for me.
Yeah, so you can follow him. Also, please check out his research papers. He's done like really good research on air quality and air pollution, and then road mapping and all of that. So those are like really interesting topics. I'll mention all of that in the description below. And thank you so much for joining us. And so please do like, share, and subscribe, whatever the deed is. Please like my video, share it to all your friends, and subscribe to my channel, which is Read to Reap. And next time we'll have somebody again who would help you guys to actually get understanding of something else. So till then, thank you. Okay, bye guys. Chalo, bye. Bye everyone.